Mercedes-Benz just did something unexpected. For years, they tried to separate their electric cars into the EQ sub-brand, but this is the GLB 250 Plus mid-EQ technology. It's the return of the badge people actually like, carrying the powertrain they've been waiting for. This isn't just a facelift, it is a correction of the brand's entire electric strategy. The exterior hasn't chased the jellybean aerodynamics of the larger EQ models. It remains the boxy, upright, honest SUV that made the GLB a success. You stand next to it and it feels more substantial than its footprint suggests. The AMG Line package on this show car adds a star pattern grille and the 20-inch multi-spoke wheels, which fill the arches with a level of intent the standard car lacks. Mercedes sharpened the light signatures front and rear, but they didn't ruin the proportions. The beltline stays high, and the roof stays flat. That upright silhouette is why you can actually see out of the back of this car, a luxury most modern EV crossovers have traded away for a lower drag coefficient. But don't let the shape fool you. Underneath this familiar skin is an 84 kilowatt-hour battery that produces a WLTP range of 594 kilometers, around 369 miles. That number is the reason this car exists, and how it handles the family is next. Inside, the GLB remains the most logical cabin in the Mercedes lineup. You sit upright, with a clear view over the squared-off bonnet. The twin screens run the latest MBUX software, which is noticeably more responsive than older systems. But the most important detail isn't on the screen, it's below it. The physical toggle switches for the climate control are still here. In a world where luxury brands are burying basic functions in submenus, that decision earns immediate respect. The build quality in this specific car feels tightly screwed together. I've spent time in interiors at twice this price that felt less considered than this one. The carbon structure trim and ambient lighting deliver the premium atmosphere you expect for the money. Even if the plastics on the lower door cards remind you this is still their compact platform. You notice the cheaper plastics once, and then you stop thinking about them. The boot is where the shape justifies itself. 570 liters, around 20 cubic feet, in 5-seat mode. Because the roof doesn't dive down at the back, you can stack suitcases or a dog crate right to the glass. The load lip is low enough to slide heavy bags straight in. The battery placement means the underfloor storage is shallow, but the flexibility remains. It's the kind of usable space that makes coupe-styled alternatives look faintly ridiculous. The powertrain is where the update actually matters. 272 horsepower, delivering 0 to 100 km per hour in roughly 6.2 seconds, around 6.0 seconds to 60 miles per hour. It's effortless, silent progress. But the crucial number is range. 594 kilometers WLTP, around 369 miles. They achieve that with an efficiency figure of 16.9 kilowatt-hours per 100 kilometers, around 3.6 miles per kilowatt-hour. Plug into a fast charger and 10 to 80% takes about 30 minutes. A coffee stop adds 300 kilometers, around 186 miles of range. At that point, the charging routine disappears into your normal journey, which is the only way a family EV succeeds. Which brings us to the window sticker. The list price is €72,386. If that was the end of the story, this would be a difficult argument. But underneath that is the actual purchase price, €65,147, a discount of over €7,000 sitting right there on the glass. That gap between fantasy pricing and reality is what the European EV market looks like right now. At $65,000, this is a decision. You could buy a Tesla Model Y for less. That buys you a better charging network and a minimalist interior. It does not buy you this build quality, this ride comfort, or physical climate controls. Mercedes finally stopped trying to be futuristic and remembered how to be useful. If you have 3 kids in a driveway, the electric GLB is the answer. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or questions. I read every single one. And don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified about my next upload. See you in the next video.